Flosstube. This is Doris, also known as Windy Bay or Windy Bay Stitches, and today is January 9th, and I am shooting my 7th Flosstube video. So it's a nice winter day here in Akron. It's been snowing most of the day, and it's gotten really pretty outside. We've got, I'd say, a couple inches on the ground, and we hadn't had any snow for a while, so it's nice to have it snowing again. Let's see, my last video was about a month ago, and that was my last call for fall. We were getting ready to decorate for Christmas at that time, and we had just moved into our house here, and we were quite busy with unpacking, but we got to a point where we had enough done, and we just paused and started focusing a little more on Christmas and getting some shopping done, and we went out to see a couple local attractions around Akron, Ohio. And then on December 22nd, we actually packed our suitcases and we left for to spend six days and 5 nights in Philadelphia, which is where my older daughter lives, and she had invited us to come. So that turned out to be really a lot of fun. We had not traveled on Christmas in more than 20 years, I think. We decided a long time ago that we wanted our kids to always wake up at home on Christmas Day, so we just didn't ever travel on Christmas. But life is really different now with us having just moved here to Ohio, and our families are, a lot of them are in Northern Virginia, and others are around Philadelphia or in the Poconos. So by traveling this year, we actually got to see quite a few family members on both sides of the family, which was really nice, and it made us feel very special to be invited to a lot of different people's homes and be able to enjoy some of their traditions and to see a lot of people. So so that made December very busy between the unpacking and then the decorating and then traveling and then getting back and also just being in a new place and trying to see some of the new things. So it's been a really good season. So now we're into January, and I wanted to do kind of a holiday wrap-up today. So I'm gonna share some, I have a couple fall finishes, and then I have some video that I actually shot about a week ago when we were starting to take down decorations. I call it Grinch Day, when it's time to take all the decor down. So I had a stitchy Christmas tree that was in my master bedroom, and I shot a video of the ornaments on that when I took it down. So I'm going to insert that a little bit later, but I thought first I would show you some of the more recent finishes. So one, I had shown this before when I was working on it. It's just a small ornament that was from an older kit that I think I picked up at a thrift store. So that is now completely stitched and ready to be made into an ornament, but probably do that next year. I also had been working on my very first Prairie Schooler Santa, and I think this is 1995. I thought it might have been the very first one, but now I realize it might be a 1994 one. So he's stitched on kind of a mystery even weave, and that's what he looks like. And after finishing him, I enjoyed it so much, I decided to start a second one, which is, let's see, maybe 1987. And I've got a small start on him. So this is a good project when I want to do something that's fairly simple and goes quickly. I also have, oh, I forgot to show, I was going to show my 2 fall finishes as well. This was my little Halloween Biscorno. This was a freebie pattern that I'd shown from Janie Hubbell Designs a while back. And this I finished stitching more than a month ago, but I hadn't done the sewing it up into a Biscorno yet because I wanted to add beads to it, and all my beads were already here in Ohio, so I did finish it recently, and I like the way it came out, but it is so tiny, and that made it pretty difficult to match up the sides and stitch it up and bead it and stuff it. So I think it came out pretty well, but if I was doing this one again, I would definitely do it on a larger fabric. The other fall finish I have, you've also seen before, and it's Thomas the Turkey from Not Forgotten Farm. And I love the way this came out. I love the colors, and I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it off, but definitely will get that done for next fall so I can display it. I had one other Christmas finish that I wanted to share, but I don't actually have the object because I gifted it to my daughter in Philadelphia. So I'm going to insert some pictures of it, but I thought I'd also show you the book that it came from. It was the Cross Stitch Christmas Handmade Holiday from 2009, and I think other folks have shown this book before. I got this from the Hirschner's clearance sale. And this is, these are the patterns. Their designer is Linda Bird, and she actually has 3 of them, and the one I completed is this one at the top. So I'm going to insert some pictures of that here. It is January 3rd today, so I thought I would film a short clip of my stitchy Christmas tree, which I'm going to be taking down probably today. This tree is actually new this year. I got it at IKEA, and I like that it's got a fairly sparse set of branches, so it works well for hanging somewhat larger ornaments. And these ornaments, I've been collecting them or making them over the years. I think what I'll do is pull some of them off in groupings, and then I'll tell you a little more about them. This first set of ornaments are from little kits that were probably about $1 each that you used to be able to buy at places like AC Moore or maybe Michael's. So I made these at least 10 years ago. I initially had made 4 of them, and they were in the little plastic frames that they come with. I did take one of them several years ago, and I refinished it and used fabric and a stiff backing and put ribbon on it. This is when I was practicing my finishing skills. I've not refinished the others, not sure if I ever will. This next set are some additional ones that I had finished around the same time, so several years ago. The 2 larger ones I think were from Just Cross-Stitching magazine from the Ornament issues. So there's a big snowman and the house. This little snow one I think was from a small chart. I don't remember offhand whose it was. It's pretty fairly plain as far as the not being very colorful. So I dressed it up a little bit with some beads around the edge when I finished it, and I made the cord with beads, or the hanger with beads. This one is from an older motif book. It might be Better Homes and Gardens. It's a motif book that has all different types of motifs you can use throughout the year. That was from the Christmas section. And then this one I think was from a small kit, and I'm sorry, I don't remember offhand who the designer was on this one. This is a similar finish with just a stiff backing and fabric wrapped around it. The next few I'm going to show you are actually ornaments that I got through exchanges with my chapter of EGA. I actually think these first 2 were stitched by the same person in the guild. It's a kind of a random exchange. You just pick one and you don't know who's you're picking. So they're both really beautifully stitched. This person is an excellent stitcher on very high count fabric. And this one I think is a Prairie Schooler angel. These 2 are kind of similar, also from guild exchanges. This one is mostly beads, and this one is just threads. Okay, this one is not a Christmas ornament per se, but I did use it on the tree this year. This was a project that we did in my EGA chapter. It's a Betsy Morgan project, and I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she's a very well-known teacher. She's had several projects published in Inspirations magazine, and she's kind of perfected this technique of creating small 3-dimensional things like stitching sets. And this project, we applied some of the techniques of getting a stiff backing and then sandwiching layers together and finishing it off with beading. And this design is actually one of the buildings from Colonial Williamsburg. I believe it's the Governor's Palace. Next I have what I think are all Mill Hill kits. These I've made, again, over the last probably 6, 7, maybe longer, last 10 years I should say. So this is one of those soft pillow ornaments that has a lot of beading, and I never put a hanger on this one, so I just prop it on the branch. This one I like a lot. It's one of the Santas. And these 2 are both on perforated paper. So we have the little teddy bear soldier, and he's got felt on the back, and then Santa and the little snow lady. These are a couple of small Prairie Schoolers. I've actually made at least 3 or 4 additional Prairie Schoolers, but over time I've been giving them out as usually hostess gifts for when we go to people's homes for Christmas. I like this one the way it finished off as a triangle. It's got fabric on the back and then the cord. Next I have This one I'm definitely going to call a Save the Stitches. This was a little kit that I picked up at a thrift store that had been started and never finished, and it was kind of dirty, and I trimmed off some of the soiled fabric, cleaned it, and it came out pretty good. So then I finished the stitching, and I made them a finished ornament just as a simple little pillow, and put some cording on there. And then these two I think were also thrift store kits. So quick to stitch and then good for practicing finishing. So made cording for this one. And this guy, he's kind of silly actually. He's called Barely Rudolph. I made a similar one that I thought made more sense, and I gave that one as my exchange ornament one year for the guild, but this one I kept because it's sort of, I don't know, maybe silly, but I do think it's cute, and I like the finish with the pom-poms. I also have a set of ornaments that I made a few years ago. These are bottle cap ornaments. There's a tutorial, I think it's by Emily from the Floss Box. I found the tutorial, 6 or 7 years ago, and I made a set on white Aida one year, and I finished them off with ribbon edging and hangers, and they came out really cute, and I actually gave those as gifts to some of my older nieces and nephews. This set on the green Aida, I don't care for the way the colors came out, so I don't think I'm going to gift these, but I did put them on my tree this year. And the last one I have is, I think this was also a thrift store kit. I forget the name of these kits. I think it's actually Wire Whimsies. It just popped in my head. So they use wire to attach some of the separate pieces. The pieces are all on perforated paper, and then the wire gives it a little more interesting detail. So since this guy's pretty large, I've been using him as my tree topper. All right, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the Stitchy Christmas tree and the various ornaments that are on the tree. I have a couple quick things to confirm from that video. The Santa motif that I mentioned is in fact from a Better Homes and Gardens book. I think I've seen someone share this book before. It is a really good resource. It has a couple different pages full of Santas, and the one that I had stitched is this guy. And I mentioned the bottle cap ornament tutorial. So I had printed this off from a website called theflossbox.com years ago. I did just check, and the person, her name is Emily, she does still have a tutorial out there. She has some really beautiful pieces that she makes. Mostly it's embroidery. She does sell cross-stitch patterns as well. So, before I wrap it up today, I thought I should probably also mention this cute little snowman behind me. He's actually a gift basket that we received for Christmas. And not only is he extremely cute with his hat and his colors, he's got a hand knit scarf, and he's also filled with treats, so he's even more fun. I wanted to say thank you so much for watching today, and I've been gradually picking up subscribers, and that's been pretty fun, and I hope that if you're here for the first time today, that you'll take a look at some of my earlier videos and consider subscribing. And for folks that have come back, thank you so much. And I want to wish everyone a very happy new year, and I hope you have a lot of good health and prosperity and lots of time for stitching this year. And I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season as well. So the last thing I'm going to include are a few photographs and short clips of some of the great sites that we got to see around Akron and Philadelphia. And I will be back probably in maybe a week or two with some plans for this year. Thank you for watching.